falling all alone, watching her animated shows. You'll find her dancing in the streets with her headphones on a Saturday night.
Deepspace had that before box. Before doughnuts box. This is the first time Joy gets the joy of exploring my office. Joy! 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 Keeps wanting to go on chairs. And now she's extra grumpy. What does tail flicking mean, sir? Anyways, she tried getting on the chair twice. Both times. Got her down and now she's like this. What does this mean? Joy. Joy. Oh. Oh, okay. Better. Ah! I said no chairs! I say no chairs. Gotta get her disciplined. No chairs, Joy. Joy, I said no chairs. So since I refused to give her one of my office chairs, she found herself a chair outside. So cute. But still grumpy though. Bye, Joy.
Loves the killers, photo shoots and small guitars. Lost in something, found her blushing. Hope she stays here in my arms, please. I don't know why she likes me, it's my luck, or probably the timing. I don't know why she likes me, says I'm cool, then goes into hiding. She's a movie and a soundtrack all in one, future and a flashback. I don't know why she likes me, I'm a 6 and she's like a 90. I'm a 6 and she's like a 90. I'm a 6 and she's like a 90. I don't know why she likes me, it's my luck, or probably the timing. I don't know how she likes me, I really don't know. I don't know why she likes me, it's my luck, or probably the timing. I don't know why she likes me, says I'm cool, then goes into hiding. She's a movie and a soundtrack all in one, future and a flashback. I don't know why she likes me, I'm a 6 and she's like a 90. I'm a 6, she's like a 90. I'm a 6, she's like a 90.
So I got this new bag of chips when I'm supposed to not be eating chips anymore, because I actually am only supposed to eat 2 bags per year because I don't want my head to fall out. But this is like my 4th, 5th, 7th bag this year. I don't know, but Calbee came out with like a new flavor, sour cream and onion, and I just couldn't resist, and it just tastes so good. And I know I'm stress eating. sounds so official, but I think this is the first weekend that we'll be spending time together. Actually, I'm pretty sure if you watch my past vlogs, you basically have been spending some weekends with me already, but I feel like this is the first time where I actually sat down and am talking to you guys. I don't know why I suddenly feel like I want to do that. I think it's because like now I'm finally back home for a weekend and I just suddenly feel so relaxed, you know, and I thought I just wanted to do like a couple of life updates, I suppose, to let you see like what is it like to be a PhD student during the weekends, I guess, if you're interested in watching these kinds of videos. Thank you. Anyways, so like for the past few days I've not been feeling that well, and today I'm feeling better. And yesterday, right, oh my god guys, I basically rushed back to my hometown and I have gotten my tablet. This is like the first tablet ever that I've used in my whole life. I'm so very excited for it because like it's quite light. I think it's about 500 grams or something like that. I will just like share the details later, I suppose. I am not this is not a sponsorship, okay? I just wanted to share with you like what I've gotten so far and all those things in the last couple of weeks and stuff. So this video probably is going to be a little bit messy, but this weekend I'm planning to do a couple of things. So for one, I'm tutoring some of my neighborhood kids and I'm meeting up with some of my old students to like have a little quick chit chat. Some, they are basically updating me. They came and find me and said that they wanted to update me on what's going on with their university life, and others, they are going off to university. So I thought I'll give them something like a pep talk so that they won't be shocked or surprised with whatever it is that they will be shocked or surprised by the time they go into university. But I'm so proud of them. They're going to university. But yeah, I'm like fussing over my hair a little bit. So if you've been watching like my previous vlogs, I think you will notice that I have the tendency to do that. It's basically my habit already. And I am so very excited for my tablet. And right now, like yesterday night, I was fussing around with it, trying to pick like the perfect wallpaper to go with. And as you can see, I am currently obsessed with Love and Deepspace, okay? And I don't know who are your favorites and all those things. Like initially when I first played this game, or when I was first exposed to this game, I was enchanted. I was immediately attracted to Silas, okay? Like the way when he first appeared, when the way he talks and the way he looks, it was just like, oh my god, I suddenly believe that Cupid exists. Yeah, my obsession with fictional men has been going on since I was a teenager, and it doesn't seem like it's going anywhere, and it's been like a decade or more than a decade. But I'm still happily looking at my list of fictional men, you know. So just anyways, yeah, Silas is my main, and I didn't think that I would be obsessed with any other character, or or at the very least I didn't think that I would like any of the other guys there, because I'm trying to be loyal, okay? I'm a loyal girly. But then Dr. Zane just like caught my eyes because he's so calm and collected to the point that I can't just ignore him. And I was like, okay, that's enough. Okay, I already have two men, right? But then Caleb just grew on me. Okay, I really like how that he has been there for MC since they were young, and he was taking care of her in like every aspect and all those things. It was so sweet, it was so nice, and I would kind of feel bad that if like he was not chosen in the end, because he's been there all along. But anyways, I just wanted to like ask you guys one thing, because okay, this part is gonna be Mandarin a little bit because it has something to do with their names. So so we have Shen Xinghui, right, who is Xavier. Okay, so I get that his name has something to do with the planets and stars because he is apparently an alien who's not from Earth. Okay, so I get that his name reflects that. And we have Raphael, and I'm pretty you know, I feel like I have difficulty in pronouncing his name. Raphael. I feel like I whenever I pronounce his name, I never really do it accurately, but oh well. Initially, like, I was just okay with him, you know, it's like, okay, he's there, you know, kind of thing, until I saw like his backstory of him being like a mermaid, and I just felt so bad for him because he literally watched the love of his life sacrifice herself for him, and I just feel so sad for him. No wonder he is the type to always 撒娇, okay? Like, I get it now, okay? Yeah, just do all the 撒娇 that you need, okay? I get why you're like that now. And then we have Zane. His Chinese name is Lee Sen, and to me it sounds like Yi Sen. So I'm like, oh, okay, his name reflects his job, okay? Like Yi Sen, Lee Sen, Yi Sen, Lee Sen, okay? And then 下宇宙 Caleb, the moment I heard his name, I was like thinking, wow, this sounds like such a novel main character name, like this kind of a sunshine boy, 阳光, what's that called in Chinese? 阳光灿烂男孩 or 阳光男孩, something like that. But the thing is, the question I have now is, just now I told you guys, Silas is my main, right? So his Chinese name is 清澈, which, by the way, I was not able to read it in the beginning because my Chinese is until primary 6. But can someone please explain it to me in the comments? How does like his name reflect like his character or something about him in the story? Because I honestly, I cannot figure out for the life of me, what does his name represent? Does it represent some sort of dragon or nobility or something to do with his like gangster thingy? Like someone please explain to me, because I really want to know. And yeah, don't ask me why I didn't Google. I just didn't. So I will just rely on your kind heart to explain if you happen to know it. So yeah, I'm currently obsessed with this particular fandom right now, and I'm having such a great time in this fandom. And yeah, that's one of the updates. So I would say that's my second update, I suppose. What would my third update be? Okay, PhD. Sadly, the topic is so serious already, but basically right now I'm in the progress of trying to finish up my chapter 2 as fast as I can, because I basically redid my thesis. I changed topic and all those things, and plus with my full-time work and stuff, I actually haven't really had the time to start it until like late July or middle of July, and now it's like late August, or today is like the second last day of August. So my plan is to finish it like in early September, which I'm very close to, because I have been strictly sticking to the 1K per day word on a daily basis. And I'm actually quite surprised that I have not experienced a burnout yet, which I feel like it's gonna be there soon. But I think what kept me going is that my aim was to write 20k words for my chapter 2, my literature review, because that is my my slowest working chapter, because I'm a slow reader for one. And right now I have about, I think, 5k-ish words left, maybe 5.4k, and I'm aiming to finish it like this weekend. I'm aiming, okay? Doesn't mean I will do it, but I'm aiming. Because like come Monday's a holiday, but Tuesday, Wednesday I have full day workshops to attend. Thursday, basically I have meetings to attend, and we have Friday and weekends all over again. I actually am supposed to be packing for my next trip. That's one of the reasons why I'm aiming to finish my chapter 2 before I leave for the trip, because we all know when we go on a trip, we enjoy ourselves, right? We tend to forget every single thing that we have written. So I'm not about to risk doing that, because I spent so much time and energy in this new topic, and I am not about to mess it up for myself. So yeah, I suddenly have no idea what I wanted to say. Oh yeah, I don't know whether you guys noticed, but a couple of months ago I trimmed my bangs, and now they're finally like sitting in the center. But now I am basically bringing a comb everywhere with me whenever I go, because when the wind blows it gets messed up, and when it's not neat it bothers the heck out of me. I feel like I should be talking more about my PhD, but I honestly don't know what to say, except from the fact that now that I've restarted like my topic, compared to my first year when I was doing it, I would say that I have such a much clearer picture as to what's supposed to go where and which parts are supposed to be connected or aligned with each other, if that makes sense. Because like basically when you are writing your thesis, every single part or basically every single paragraph has to match with your research questions and all those things. That's a given. But for some reason, like for my first years of work, when I think back at it, or when I actually haven't looked back at it, but when I look back at it, I just feel like I didn't really do that. You know, it's like my things are there, but it's like not explicitly stated that it's there, if that makes sense. But anyways, I'm glad that I went through this hurdle, because I feel like I learned so much more, and my things are in so much in depth, depth. I'm just grateful for any learning opportunities, you know. And when this all passes and stuff, it would just make like the certificate more worthy, I suppose. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person who goes through all these like ups and downs and stuff when it comes to PhD. And personally, I feel like one of the main things that is motivating me to work harder, or to actually not complain about my predicament, is that I look at some of my peers. They have kids, for one, and you know, kids is not something that you can just put aside as you focus on your whatever research work that you're supposed to be doing. And I think about other professions, such as being a doctor. Like someone who is a doctor has, like, I don't know, a quota of how many patients that they have to look at on a daily basis. They need to do research, they need to mentor like their younger the younger doctors, the apprentices and stuff. And these doctors, I'm pretty sure some of them are studying to be specialists and stuff, and their work time, I think, is not that fixed compared to mine. I would think that my work time is actually quite flexible, and I am really loving my colleagues, because everyone has been super nice so far, which makes work so much more enjoyable and stuff. And I honestly could not be any more grateful or appreciative with what I have right now. So I think that was like one of the reasons why I kept telling myself that I should not be too stressed about it. I should not feel burnt out about it. But of course, there are times where I cry. I mean, that's a given, because I cry when I get stressed. Actually, now that I think about it, I feel like I cry about a lot of things on many occasions. Like when I watch movies, for instance, I cry when I'm happy. I cry when I'm sad, and I cry when I get angry. Because okay, we all know Demon Slayer Infinity Castle, that movie came out like not too long ago, right? And before that, you have season 4, the Swordsman's Village arc. Was it the 4th? Yeah, the 4th ranking demon. Honestly, I cannot remember his name. I'm so sorry about that. But he was the one, when I first read the manga, I was so mad at him to the point I just started shedding tears of fury, because like he has a lot of funsen, he has a lot of versions of himself, right? So after Tanjiro or Mitsuri like cuts off, am I even allowed to say cut off, part of their heads in order to end their lives, another one grew, another one grew, and another one grew. And then when the 4 versions were defeated, and the 4th upper moon just became a small tiny one, and then it became a gigantic one, it became a tiny one. Honestly, so I cut my bangs and I don't think I messed up. I think it looks pretty good, but the thing is, right, if I don't do whatever I did just now in the beginning, it will eventually look like this. There's always this gap here, and it honestly really bothers me. But okay, so update, I am actually late on my thesis chapter. I'm supposed to finish it like last weekend, but then when you're at home, you're chill, you're relaxed, you don't get anything done. So aim to finish another chunk of it tonight and hopefully finish it by tomorrow. That's my goal anyway, so hopefully okay. Anyway, I'm gonna make myself finish like another 1,000 words tonight, and before I start doing that, I'm gonna like pack my luggage. Yeah. Hey everybody, so if you're stuck to all the way to this part of the vlog, like wow, congrats. I love your patience. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your love, because it's been like what, 40 minutes of this vlog and it has not ended yet. So very sorry about that, but at the same time, not really. So basically, I thought that I'll hop on and do like a mini food review of the Krispy Kreme Harry Potter donut series, the 4 Hogwarts houses. And yeah, so the first thing that I actually want to, not to say complain, but like kind of like 吐槽 a little bit, because I find the packaging is gorgeous. Yes, I love that it includes the 4 houses crest all over. However, I do not know why, for one, you need to tear it open. Like, you can't pop it open. I don't know whether it's me or not, but because like when my cousins did it with their boxes, they also needed to tear it open. So I don't think it's me, or maybe it's us. I have no idea. Let me know whether like you experience the same thing like in the comments and stuff, so I know that I'm not alone. And also another thing about the packaging is there's only 3 donuts per box. There's no 4 donuts box like the one that I saw on like this random Google site. Now that I think about it, I don't even know whether that was like a made up picture or whatever. But anyways, I kind of feel like it was like the company's tactic on making us buy more donuts, which is something that I didn't want to do, because 4 or 5 if you plus the blind box version, it's already more than enough to be consumed in a day. And luckily my parents were there to like finish my donuts and eat it along with me as well. Otherwise, I would not have been able to finish 4 donuts in one shot, and I certainly wasn't gonna get like 1 donut every week or every other day, because I have no idea when this offer is gonna end, and I don't want that to happen. Anyways, let's get a move on with the review right now. So we are starting off strong with Ravenclaw's donut, and yes, I tend to have this habit of sniffing food. I know some people don't like it, but for me, it's like a way to appreciate the food, you know, because the aroma is part of what makes food charming. And I kind of thought that the Ravenclaw's donut smells the strangest, the most artificial, if I were to say. However, when I took like my first bite into it, actually I've taken quite a liking to it, because it's like a combination of sweet and sour, and it's like just nice. Inside is blueberry jam, by the way, but I didn't really like how they punctured the poor donut from the bottom just to fill all the surrounding donuts with blueberry jam. But then it's not like I'll be looking at the donut from the bottom, right? Just that it bothered me a little bit when I held up the donut. Okay, so the next one is the Gryffindor donut. Okay, this one, aesthetically, it looks the most pleasing. It looks like it is the donut where the workers or the company puts the most effort in terms of the appearance. However, personally, I thought it was too sweet for me. Like, the filling is doing its job, okay? The filling is filling, but it's too much filling, you know? But either way, aesthetically it looks pleasing, and I kind of wish that it was a little bit less sweet and less filling. But then maybe there are some other people who appreciates like a lot of fillings. So if you're that kind of eater, why does it sound like an insult? Anyways, if you're someone who loves like a lot of fillings, you will love this donut, okay? And next we have the Slytherin donut. So this is the one that doesn't have any fillings on the inside. It just has like chocolate and green swirls on the top and all those things. But as a Slytherin girly, you know this is the donut that I look forward to the most, okay? And I actually thought it was going to be super bland compared to the Ravenclaw and Gryffindor donuts, because those are the two donuts that I've had so far and they have fillings. And even the Hufflepuff one has fillings. So I have no idea why Slytherin's donut does not get a filling, and that's not fair. Because you know why? It turns out I love the donut so very much. I think it's mainly because I'm a chocolate girly, but it tastes so freaking good. This is the donut that I didn't really want to share with my parents. Okay, and then you can see me like holding a container for Hufflepuff, because I dropped off like some of the donuts at my cousin's place, and I basically had to borrow one of their old containers to bring back Hufflepuff's donut. This is what happens when you don't have enough, when you don't make the proper packaging for all four houses. Okay, I don't know. I just feel like Krispy Kreme is a big enough company that they can afford to make a 4 donuts box, but I don't know why they didn't do that. I think it's to boost the sales. Either way, Hufflepuff's appearance is also very humble, just like its house. I don't know why there's a pause, but you're just gonna have to deal with it. It's the feeling inside is also very, very filled to the brim, but however, just like Gryffindor, it tastes really, really sweet to me. But if you were to ask me to close my eyes and take a bite out of Gryffindor's donut and Hufflepuff's donut, I actually couldn't really tell the difference, because I thought they tasted quite similar. But maybe because I had it immediately or directly after Gryffindors, that's why they kind of taste similar. But then at the same time, I kind of feel like that's not really the case, because Slytherin and Ravenclaw tasted really different to me, you know. But either way, it's good, just that I can't take more than 2 bites out of it, otherwise I'll get really, really sick of it. I'm just not very used to flavors that are overly flavored, if that makes sense. Okay, I can't really, not to say that I can't digest flavorful food. Oh my god, that's a mouthful. It's just that I'm more prone to eating food that are less salty, less sweet, and blah blah blah, all those things for my health, you know, because I'm also not exactly the type of person who works out too much or very much, so I gotta watch my food intake, you know. Anyways, the last donut, the blind box one, and oh my god, is she gorgeous. But then I kind of wish that they had more stars like surrounding the donuts, but I still very much am in love with the stars detail, and there's also like golden dust on top of it. And oh my god, the chocolate of this tastes so freaking good. And like the Gryffindor and Hufflepuff donuts, the filling is also filled to the brim, and it actually really doesn't have a lot of taste to it, which is thank god, because the chocolate up there, I thought the chocolates up there is already good enough, you know. And I got Gryffindor. I was actually quite disappointed, because I was hoping to either get Slytherin or Ravenclaw, but either way, still a good donut, not gonna complain about that. And I actually had my parents, because they were actually sitting opposite me as I was filming this, guess what color it's gonna be, because they don't know the names of the houses. So I just asked them to guess whether it's blue, red, green, or yellow. They guessed red. Y'all know their Chinese blood is calling out to them, okay? Because they guessed it correctly, okay? And yeah, that's the end of my mini food review. Oh gosh, it's such a tough job doing food reviews, and even what's that thing called? Oh my god, I keep thinking gimbal, but it's not gimbal. Mukbang! Okay, sorry, I keep thinking of gimbal because like recently I'm trying to sell like my gimbal. Anyways, good experience. I am most likely to purchase like the blind box one. The sorting hat one, sorry. The sorting hat, Slytherin and Ravenclaw. Gryffindor and Hufflepuff, it's a no for me because they are just simply too sweet. And surprisingly, the sorting hat's donut is more expensive. I thought that one would be cheaper considering that you don't know what color you're getting, although the flavor is the same, but still, I was quite surprised. And I was also actually quite happy with the pricings of the donuts. I believe they were like what, $4.50 or $4.90 per donut. So it was actually quite nice. So love it. So yeah, that's the end of my review. So you can continue to watch like the rest of my vlog. It's just basically me rambling or babbling about like this new novel that I've gotten. So like, yeah, enjoy. My book arrived. I honestly thought this was not gonna reach me before I leave for Yunnan.
She's probably somewhere on the beach or museums talking history, relying on grape shit, rowing at a